under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, I know. I'm such a slug, I know.
All right, roll call, please.
Candeloro.
Here.
De Palma.
Here.
Marshall.
Here.
Unruh.
Here.
Rumble.
Here. All right, looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Thank you, Bob.
Second.
Thank you, Tony. Any questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. 5. All right. That brings us into our reports. We have the treasurer report. We have the reconciliation report, general ledger report, the designated report, the building department report, Parks and Rec report, Edna Burton Senior Center, and I don't see Faye here. And John. Okay, CDBG report, and that brings us into our trustee reports. Steve, you got anything down there?
Just past month, our planning commission met once, and Lake Louise committee met once. So that's it.
All right, thank you. Bob?
Not a thing.
Okay, Tony?
This month met with the Parks and Rec committee to discuss something that'll be on the agenda later.
All right, thank you, Tony. No treasurers here. Go ahead, Dana. No clerk.
Okay, let's see. This month I had my Oakland County Treasurer Association meeting, and we did a little bit of learning about body language and about AI and fraud. And then I had Oakland County Treasurer training just down there where we discussed BS&A. As Steve had said, the Lake Louise board, I met with them for the first time. I'm looking forward to December 5th for the night of the tree lighting and the Lights Christmas Parade and all the activities that will be going downtown. We have holiday markets that are started every Thursday through Saturday from this past weekend all the way up until the weekend right before Christmas, with Small Business Saturday on 11/29, and then so there's a holiday market, and then there's also going to be starting in December a Tencel treasure market. So lots of little shopping going on downtown and activities. Check it out, do some shopping. New dog tags will be available starting December 1st. So if you didn't get dog tags for 2025, I mean, we still have them, but new ones are coming out December 1st. Tax bills should be also mailed out on December 1st. For the winter 2025. And summer collection, we've collected about 97% of the summer, which then is in total for the taxes, we've collected almost 50% of what we collect for the year. And it's almost Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
All right, thank you. All right, first I just wanted to thank all the veterans out there, and I hope you enjoy your Veterans Day tomorrow. Good luck to all those deer hunters starting out for rifle season this week. And we just received our statutory revenue sharing check in the amount of roughly $285,000. Also hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. And then I just wanted to quickly just acknowledge our fire department for providing a hand to the Springfield Township Fire Department when they were in need. And, thank you for always going above and beyond for our township and our neighbors. And we did receive a letter from Springfield Township from all their elected officials and a certificate as well for the job you guys did. So thank you, Chief. And that's it for my report. So that brings us into our public hearing. We need a motion to open the public hearing for the budget.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Thank you, Dana. All right. Can we get a roll call, please?
Marshall.
Here.
Unruh.
Yes.
Candeloro.
Yes.
De Palma.
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes. Motion carries. Is anybody here to talk about the 2026 budget? Okay. Seeing none, we need a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All right, can we get a roll call, please?
Unruh.
Yes.
Candeloro.
Yes.
De Palma.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. All right, that brings us to our correspondence. We have our election commission meeting minutes from October 14th of 2024, is that right? Yep, 2024. And then we have our subcommittee meeting minutes for the park committee from October 23rd. Okay, and that brings us to citizens' comments. The first round of comments are on agenda items only. Please state your name and limit your time to 3 minutes, please. Is anybody here to speak on? Okay, go ahead.
Do I need to get up here?
Yeah, please.
Beth Nuccio. My topic this evening is, and I wrote them down so I'd keep on topic, the awarding of no-bid contracts. Tonight on the pickleball courts, $125,000. I know that there was a concession building out at the park for like $440,000 with no bid. I understand, I think I understand through the documents that there is a policy, an operations policy 4.1 that that allows for this. I think maybe it's time to really rethink that, revisit it. This really compromises fiscal responsibility, accountability, due diligence. We elect you, to be good stewards of our money, and awarding no bid contracts kind of is a red flag. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just real quick, but the stuff at the park was bid out. All of that was bid out. So
The pickleball, it does not sound.
the building you were mentioning was was bid out.
Okay. My bad, but the pickleball apparently is not.
Okay, is anybody else on any agenda items? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on. That brings us into our discussion. And then you'll have under the discussion, we have talked a few times briefly about potentially looking into a communications and grants manager position. So I talked to some of the supervisors and kind of looked at all their job descriptions and kind of combined and created a job description here. And then on the very back page, you see the only 4 that currently have that position and what their salaries are. So, Steve, I know you mentioned wanting to do this, so did anybody have any questions on any of this or anything that should be added? Is it something we want to pursue? Obviously, we don't vote on discussion items, but just trying to get a feel for the board if this is something that they want us to pursue.
I think this is a good idea. Of course, I've mentioned it before, because there's a lot of grant money out there that we're not seizing, and it's very tough. We've had full-time employees try to do grant writing before, and it doesn't really, it's tough. I've wrote grants before, and it's tough juggling both spots.
And we
So-
have tried to hire professional grant writers in the past, and that hasn't really worked out either.
I understand.
That was like more contracted though, not
Yes,
as an
that's what I mean.
employee.
It was
Yeah.
contracted, not
Okay.
as employee. I'm not against that at all.
Yeah, I hear you. I understand. But there's a lot of money out there, and we're not getting it, and we should be trying for it.
And it frees up our employees to do the more important work.
Yeah, the day-to-day work. I like the idea, especially if we can bring in more grants than what their salary is. I mean, then it pays for itself as it is. But I also like how it can free them up and help us with different things on communication and social media. Someone keep up on our social media posting and making sure that everything out there is good. I like the community engagement and partnerships, like helping do more stuff within the community. Special projects, helping with the FOIAs and the media relations. I mean, all of it seems like it'd be good stuff to have some help with.
Yeah, a very
all
good
different-
example is the person that Oxford was lucky enough to find and hire. He's doing fantastic over there, CJ.
Yeah, I've met CJ. He's a great guy. It seems like, and he's done a lot of good stuff for their township. I just think we can use not just the grant side, but the other side too, to
Absolutely.
make it more seem reasonable to do. And
Yeah, because right now the only social media that we have as a township is the Parks and Rec Department.
right, or our own pages, which it'd be good to have help with
Sure.
doing something more for the township and communicating better.
Yep. Does anybody have any thoughts on a potential salary? Looking at the 4 that actually have the position salaries?
I wouldn't count Commerce Township. I just took the
Yeah,
average.
Town Commerce is.
Yeah, I just kind of took the other 3 average and got to 70, but I don't know if that's too high or not. Orion Township, how big is Orion compared to us?
They're bigger than us. They have more residents too.
Oxford's get more. I guess the question is what does Orion have them doing besides grant writing? Oxford, I know he's doing more than just grant writing.
Yep. Waterford's the same. They do, it's pretty much this, they were very similar job descriptions between the four communities.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just kind of took to see what their average was. That's all I did. I'm not saying 70's good. I'm just saying their average is like.
Sure.
Like Waterford's kind of in the middle of the two.
Most positions that we have started in the last few years all seem to start right around 60.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not,
I wouldn't be opposed to that to see what we get.
and if we go out and look for people and we don't get any at 60, maybe we consider changing that, but,
That seems reasonable. I know we can't.
I mean,
vote.
I'm not, if
Right.
somebody has another idea, that was just my,
Yeah, that would be my low looking at these.
does anybody else have any opinion on that salary?
Could we do something like a certain time frame of employment, like a 3-year contract, see how it does?
Then
Revisit it?
they're not really an employee then.
The employees
contract
can't
then.
have contracts, yeah.
Gotcha.
We want it to be an in-house employee, not a contractual relationship. Is what that's what I envisioned. And I think that's where you were thinking too, Steve, but I don't
Mhm.
want to speak for you.
Yeah. I just wonder how much we can vary that salary, and I don't know what it is, the parameters for government. You know, because now I'm in private sector, and all I think is our incentives, you know, by doing well, by performance, and this is clearly a performance one, but I don't know if you can do that for government.
Right.
They bring an X amount, you know, that's
You
the
mean like give
point.
them a percentage of what they bring in?
Well, it's an incentive thing or
I
something. I don't think you can do that. But my mind went there really is like, okay, you do so well, you know. That's a problem with a lot of government. That's me, I worked government most of my life, and, you know, the good ones get, you know, drugged down by the weak ones, right? So,
Yeah, go ahead, Chief.
I think having this position in the township as an employee is gonna, the right person can provide a huge benefit to the community. We've had a lot of discussions of trying to do different grants, and the technicality of those grants can get very laborsome and can be very difficult to try to get any kind of an award from. Not only that, if we do a contract employee, that means they can work for other people,
Right, you know,
and, which is all fine and dandy, but then who's their number one priority? So I think having an in-house, full-time employee is absolutely essential if we're gonna have that kind of position. Because trust me, I would really like somebody to do the Facebook fire page for me as well, because right now I try to keep up with it as much as I can, and it's just, there's a lot going on. And you don't wanna say the inappropriate things. Does that make sense? You gotta be really careful.
right.
So, I just wanna add, I think it definitely would be advantageous for the township and for the community. There's a lot of grants out there, and there may even be grants out there to possibly pay that individual salary, who knows?
Right.
I know there's a lot of different options out there.
yep.
Yeah, thank you, Chief. I agree. I don't think it should be a contract, and I think, like he said, not to say inappropriate, you know, make sure everything's worded correctly.
I agree. All right, so it sounds like everybody's interested in pursuing this potentially, and is everybody okay? I know we don't vote on a discussion, but is everybody good with the roughly 60,000 salary?
I think something around there, as
Start,
long as we
yeah, the
keep.
start.
It's
Okay.
a start. Let's see how this pans out. What are we doing here?
Sure.
Keep hammering this thing out, because I'm behind it.
Yep, okay. All right, we will move on to our consent agenda. And under our consent agenda, we have our regular meeting minutes of October 6th, 2025. Regular bills in the amount of $10,354.60. And prepays in the amount of $489,669.64, or $669.64, sorry. So I'm looking for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Thank you, Bob.
Second.
Thank you, Steve. Any comments on the consent agenda? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes. Motion carries. All right, no unfinished business. That brings us into our new business. First thing we have is the budget. So we have gone through the process. We've done all that, but we have to do this final piece. So we're looking to approve the 2026 budget by passing the Charter Township of Brandon General Appropriations Act for fiscal year 2026 resolution as presented. So does anybody want to make that motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the 2026 budget would pass the Charter Township Brandon General Appropriation Act for fiscal year 2026 resolution as presented.
Thank you, Steve.
Second.
Thank you, Rob. Any additional
to the next one.
comments? Okay, can we get a roll call, please?
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. All right, and then we have some planning commission reappointments. 3 of our full-time members' terms are expiring at the end of December. I would like to renew their terms. That's for Dick Lothian, Donna Ferrara, and Mark Evans. They all wish to be, I spoke with them, and they all wish to be reappointed for another term.
I'll make that motion.
Hold on. I'm on
Sorry.
the planning commission. That's my crew.
Okay.
Make the motion?
That's right. That's my crew.
Okay.
I'm going to make a motion to appoint Dick Lothian, Don Ferrer, and Mark Evans as members of the planning commission with their new terms of office, beginning January 1st, 2026, and ending December 31st, 2029.
Am I allowed to support you?
Yes, you are.
Thank you,
I'll
Steve.
support it then.
Thank you, Dana.
I mean, really? Come on. We got to be something.
Any additional comments? All right, can we get a roll call, please?
Marshall,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. All right, that brings us to the pickleball courts at the township. We do have a document in front of us from VTech Construction, and Sean is here from VTech Construction. We did take this to the Parks and Rec Subcommittee. The Parks and Rec Subcommittee is recommending to do these motions. And with the, they did, the reason we want to use VTech is with our policy 4.11, we are allowed to use contractors that have done a great job for us in the past, and they did the pickleball court in Sherman Park, and we're looking to use them again out in the township park to add 2 more courts, not quotes. So does anybody have any questions on this?
Yeah, so just out of my curiosity, you the guy for VTech?
Yes.
But just, why does a pickleball court cost this much money? Just briefly go. I've never been part of a construction for one. You know, maybe I've done a driveway or two, but not really anything like. So just go ahead, just to.
Sure. So VTech Construction, I'll have 2 different subs working for me. One being the excavation and paving contractor, who I've worked with for a number of years, and they have installed a number of my courts. All our work is governed and supported by the American Sports Builders Association, so there are different tolerances in terms of your driveway or a parking lot, in terms of slope, in terms of finishes that our coatings are going to be able to work with and be able to bond to properly for the longevity of the courts.
So this is going to be, and I don't even know the association for a pickleball, American Pickleball Association court. Is that what you're saying? Like the surface and everything else, you can hold a tournament here?
Correct.
Because it goes to their specifications?
Yes.
Not just
will.
some concrete guy or something like that?
Correct. So it would be all the USAPA, United States Pickleball Association. It will conform to all their play, whether it's tournament style play or not. Some tournaments you can't hold because you need so many courts to do that, but in terms of spacing and everything will conform to that. And in terms of the building aspect, is governed by the American Sports Builders Association, who does all your high school fields, from tracks to any sport surface. that they're governed by that. And I've been a member of them for a number of years.
How many people are like you out there?
I'm going to the technical conference at the end of this month, and I think we're going to have close to 4,000 members in terms of tennis courts, pickleball courts, basketball courts. There's probably, and you know, they're coming out of the woodwork with pickleball out there. So a lot of your asphalt guys, seal coaters, a number of people are saying they can paint courts and build courts. I know of 4 in Michigan that I would say, go talk to them if you don't want me.
Okay.
Okay,
I guess
thank you, Sean.
I know I'm the RFPs and the bids and stuff like that, and that's where I was concerned about, because we didn't get any extra RFPs, but I understand we've used them before and we have a good relationship. So what else more do you offer than those other ones then, like warranty-wise, maybe? Like, I know that that's what Jason had said, you mentioned about warranty and that you check all that, and your customer service and the repairs and stuff,
Sure.
and random checks, so.
Yeah.
Like,
I
what's the
believe
diff-
we stand alone in terms of what we offer in terms of a warranty, backing our work up. Myself physically will usually come out and do quarterly, if not, you know, more periodic checks on the surface. I know, you know, with your maintenance crews or grounds crews, you know, with the proper kind of clean-offs and maintenance, very low maintenance for the most part. But me coming out and walking the grounds, I can really assess and know that if something's popping up that shouldn't be, or what have you, and bring it to somebody's attention, or just take care of it. So in that regard, I think we separate ourselves. And then from start to finish, you know, I'm who you're talking to. I'm who's on site. It's not like any other outfit out there.
So are the other companies, are they, they don't just do pickleball, like you're just pickleball?
No, I'm all sports.
Oh, you're all
I
sports,
do
okay.
tennis, basketball,
Okay,
bocce courts, yeah.
okay.
So, like, obviously, the maintenance cost comes with whenever you build something. Like, I don't know if I'm kind of putting you on the spot, but in regards to numbers, let's say over X amount of, and you pick the time period, how much, what's the average maintenance cost? You know, like, because obviously you go there, it's obviously cement under there, the ground starts to put up evil, we get cracks and it starts to raise up, and you got to have a flat cord. What is the cost of that maintenance of
Yeah.
that? Like, what is your typical, like, say, well, 5 years, you're going to spend X amount of dollars or something like that?
Right. So typically, depending on the amount of play and how well the court is taken care of maintenance-wise, in terms of literally, you know, making sure foliage and leaves are blown off. With drainage, there shouldn't be any standing water out there after I'm done, so that shouldn't be an issue. However, every 3 to 7 years, I won't go beyond 7, you should look to be resurfacing that court, and that would be a thorough clean, resurfacer, 2 coats color, restripe, and you're fresh for another, you know, 3 to 7 years. And that cost is substantially less from doing it right the first time around and building it right. So you're looking anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a quart, you know, for a resurface job.
So how are the nets installed?
Those will be put into footings. The posts themselves will have a sleeve inside the footing, so winterization, whether you need to remove the net for any reason, the whole post will slide out of that sleeve. In winter, they'll get a little cap that goes over that sleeve to keep moisture and stuff out of there. But yeah, those footings would conform to any building codes, plus they'll fit all manufacturer's specifications.
The reason why I say this is because you see some tennis courts, and especially in the spring, they'll crank them tight and the ground is soft and it pulls the posts in. Now you got a screwed up net and the whole thing is trash.
Correct.
So is that the reason why we're doing that? So obviously, if we-
Well, so yeah, that really no resident, the cranks on those nets should be devoted to kind of one person. Those cranks come right off the net post and nobody can manipulate that. Because yes, you can pretty much kill yourself and over crank those, and if that cable gave way or a post, you compromise a lot. So those cranks, all the nets would be done to specification by me. I would hand that crank off and say, this is what you do, check this in a week, because any new item, you're gonna wanna kinda take a look back and after a week or so, just kinda work out the stretching of whatever new kinda materials are there.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions for Sean? Okay, thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
All right, so we have the two motions in front of us. Would somebody like to make motion one?
I'll make the motion to accept the quote from VTech Construction LLC in the amount of $124,650 to install 2 pickleball courts at the Township Park.
Thank you, Tony.
Support.
Thank you, Bob. Any additional comments on motion one? Okay, seeing none, can we get a roll call, please?
Candeloro,
Yes.
De Palma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stengman,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes. Motion carries. Motion two, we need to bring the money into the budget from the designated tower funds to pay for this. So that's the motion two you have in front of you. Would somebody like to make that motion?
I'll make the motion to amend the budget for 101-752-977.150, land improvements capitalized from $35,000 to $160,000, coming from 101-000-699.000, appropriations from designated funds, park development tower funds.
Thank you, Tony. Would somebody like to second that motion?
Support.
Thank you, Bob. Any additional comments on motion two? Seeing none, roll call, please.
De Palma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stengman,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes. Motion carries. That brings us to our cable coordinator contract, and Greg is here. OTV has been great in our community forever, and Greg, how long have you been in charge of that, roughly?
31.
31 years, yep. He's been doing it for a long time, and the Village of Ortonville has pulled out of the contract, so this contract will just be between us and Greg.
I'll make that motion, or did you need to say anything first,
Nope.
Greg?
Oh.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to say anything.
Good.
31 years. Congratulations. I'm only 29, so
I took the job when I was 15.
Yeah, so I'll make the motion to approve the 2026 to 2028 consulting agreement with Mr. Greg Norman for the operations of the Ortonville Community Broadcast Station according to the terms of the agreement as presented upon receipt of the fully executed documents.
second.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Steve. Any additional comments? Okay, can we get a roll call, please?
Marshall,
Yes.
Stengman,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
De Palma,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes. Motion carries. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Greg. All right, Rosalind's got two motions on here as the clerk. So the first one, they're looking to promote the senior van driver, James, from part-time ineligible to part-time eligible so he can work more hours.
I'll make that motion to promote senior center van driver James Greco from part-time ineligible to part-time eligible beginning November 10th, 2025.
Second.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Steve. Any additional comments on the motion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Unruh,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stengland,
Yes.
Trumbull.
Yes. Motion carries. Thank you. And then the second motion is for fiscal year 2026 CDBG fund allocations. Rosalind is asking that we use $5,000 for public services, youth services, and that we contribute $30,000 to mobile home minor home repairs for a grand total of $35,000. So this would be the way our annual allotment would be utilized in the community. So does anybody have any questions on that?
So what is it, what is this? I'm
It's
sorry.
the CDBG funds,
Yeah, yeah, I
Community
get that.
Development Block Grant Funds, and
Yeah.
you have to allocate how you plan to spend those in the community for the year. So the youth services usually goes to Brandon Groveland Youth Assistance.
Mhm.
And then because we have the mobile home repairs, you know, those have poverty levels that have to be met to be able to
okay.
spend those funds. And
I'm following now. I'm tracking. Okay.
So
I'm like,
that
we
is-
don't have a mobile home here.
yeah,
I
it's
get
for
it,
the
okay.
mobile home park.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm tracking now because I'm thinking of the parking lot. We don't have one in the parking lot. What are you talking?
Not for us.
Got
This
it,
is, this
got
is
it.
money that comes
I'm
from
like, that's
county
real
that goes into
expensive.
the community.
I got it. No,
So-
I got it. I got it.
All right. No worries. Would somebody like to make the motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the attached resolution, allocate the program year 2026 CDBG funding to the public services, youth services, in the amount of $5,000 and mobile home minor home repair in the amount of $30,000.
Thank you, Steve.
Support.
Thank you, Bob. Any additional comments? Okay, can we get a roll call, please, Cindy?
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stengland,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Trumbull.
Yes, motion carries. And that brings us to the last motion. Dana, you want to handle that one?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you need me to read the whole resolution, though?
Yes.
No, you don't.
Ask you. So this is a yearly, from county for the water resource commissioners that, we have two different items that go onto, well, all the different drains that are in the township. So part of this resolution is to approve the, drains that are on the different parcels to put them on the tax bills. That amount that will get put onto the tax bills is $104,077.66. That gets spread over the tax roll to the different parcels that are on those different drains listed there. And then there's a portion that they consider at large that the township is to pay. And so for 2025, the township portion will be $38,689.32. So I was just looking for approval of the motion to have the amount put on the tax roll and then the amount to be paid by the township.
So you just need a motion to approve the resolution.
Correct. Just need a motion to approve the resolution. We've done this every year since I've been on the board.
I'll support that. If that was your motion.
That's my motion to
Yes.
approve the resolution.
Got it.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Steve. Any additional comments on the drains at large? Seeing none, roll call, please.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stengland,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
Trumbull.
Yes, motion carries. That concludes our new business. That brings us back to citizens' comments on anything. Again, please state your name and limit your time to 3 minutes, please. Is there anybody? Dave?
Dave Wilson. I just want to say, first of all, I'm not a paid spokesman for VTech Construction, but I did want to mention that they are local. Sean didn't mention that, but when we, as the Great Lakes Pickleball Association, worked with them trying to get the other two pickleball courts done, we tried to get a local contractor. And VTech is literally the only local contractor, although they work all over the state. They were also the only contractor that we got that was responsive. Most of us said, "Oh, we're busy, we can't get to you." And VTech was the only one that, that followed up with us directly. So those two things, I just wanted to mention that I don't think you can go wrong going with VTech, in my opinion.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Okay, seeing none, board comments? Scott?
Nope,
Okay,
nothing for me.
all right, Steve?
Well, to all my fellow veterans, have a great day. And we got Thanksgiving coming up, so everybody enjoy their holidays. Stay safe.
Thank you, Steve. Bob?
Yep, thank you to the veterans. Have a nice Thanksgiving. And that's it.
Okay, Tony?
Again, thank you veterans out there, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Dana?
Yes, thank you to the veterans. Have a happy Veterans Day. I already said happy Thanksgiving, but I'll say it again. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, nothing additional from me, so I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you,
Second.
Dana. Thank you. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.